Hello and welcome back to another Bookish video. Today we are going to be talking about the books that I plan to read for January 2026. First up, this short novella by Stephen Graham Jones, Mapping the Interior. I got this at a bookshop recently for like $3. Very excited to read this one. I have been reading Stephen Graham Jones. I read Night of the Mannequins. It was okay, but I'm excited to try and read another novella by Stephen Graham Jones and see if I'm interested. I don't know if I'm a novel Stephen Graham Jones reader or a novella Stephen Graham Jones reader, or if I like Stephen Graham Jones at all, but I'm testing it out. And this is all because Books and Lala is a huge fan of Stephen Graham Jones, and I'm trying to see what all the hype's about, y'all. This month for January 2026, I'm planning to read Mapping the Interior. This is a new release about a 12-year-old boy whose father shows up at their house, except that his father's dead. So what's he doing in their house? Very excited to see what that means, what happens, and what comes for this character. The next book that I'm planning to read for 2026 in January is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This one is a very anticipated read. I really want to get to this one this month because I, one, really love V.E. Schwab and would like to see if that is fully true or if it's just like a 1 or 2 book situation. So planning to read Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I have read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and Gallant by V.E. Schwab and really liked both of those. So very excited to see if I also like this. Another book that I hope to get to in January is Wild Dark Shore. I've heard a lot about this book. I've heard that it's kind of a telling of what climate awareness is and just understanding the impacts of our climate on Earth. So very excited to read this. This is one that Books and Lala rants and raves about a lot. As you can tell, I follow her quite diligently and she really likes this book. So I'm very interested to read this and see if it gives me the same feelings. I've heard some people have cried reading this, that it's very emotional. So I'm ready. I'm ready for this. This is one of the 2 books that I have to read this month, and that is The Will of the Many. I'm planning to do a vlog on some of the most anticipated books of 2025 that people really enjoyed, and this is one of them. I want to get to this one. She's chunky though. This is real chunky, but I've heard it's very good and that it does go by pretty quickly if you are interested in it. So very excited to read this, The Will of the Many. The second book just came out, The Strength of the Few. I think I bought it. I might not have, but I think I did. Either way, very excited to read this, very excited to see what the hype's about, if I actually enjoy it, and if I want to continue in the series. The second book that I have to read this month, that is also a very anticipated and chunky book, is Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm tired of being left out. Okay, that's really all this is. This is a FOMO book. I'm about to have a FOMO vlog where I read books that everybody else has read and they're like, oh my god, this was the best book ever. I want to read it, okay? I want to know if it's the best book ever in real life. I am nervous that I'm going to love this book and then I'm going to have to be dedicated to reading a 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't even remember how many books, part series for this, because of course it's like a billion books. But it's supposed to be fun, and I want a fun, goofy time. I don't always want things to be serious or super horrifying, so I'm very excited to try reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. Some other books that I want to read is, I really want to read Paranisi by Suzanne Clark. It's a short one, very shorty patorty. I believe this is like 300 pages or something. 245 pages, and look at the spacing. I can definitely get through this in January very easily. Well, I wanted to read Paranisi because I thought this was by the same author as Song of Achilles, but it is not by Madeline Miller. It is by Suzanne Clark. So we'll see if I like this. I do like historical retellings. Like I said, I really loved Song of Achilles. I thought that was a great book. I also like Circe, her other book that Madeline Miller wrote. So excited to see if Paranisi is similar, is a similar vein, or if I'm going to enjoy it. But it's a shorty patorty, so I figured I'll try and read this in January. The other books that I plan to read in January are all books that I have started and have not finished. And I don't like doing that. I'm really tired of starting books and being like, meh, I don't want to read that anymore. I'm gonna read something else and not finishing them. So this is the lovely stack of books that we need to finish. I started Bunny by Mona Awad. Low-key, guys, I'm really thinking about DNFing this book. I'm 40% of the way in and I don't see what the hype is. I'm so sorry to all the girlies, but I don't see what the hype is on this. So I might honestly end up DNFing this. And I'm definitely not reading We Love You Bunny because I've heard that's even worse. The other book that I want to finish is The Merciless. This is a reread because I read this when it came out back in like 20 whatever, when I was in high school, I think. So I do want to finish reading this. I started rereading it and never got back to it. So I do want to finish it because I do have 3 other books in the series up here that I want to read. So want to see what the series is all about, but definitely need to finish that. I barely started this, but I do want to actually read it. It's very short and I know I can get through it. But this is William. It is a book about a robot, and essentially a robot does robot things like they do in horror books and takes over everything. So I'm very excited to read this one and see what this is all about. Another one that I started but have not finished is Exquisite Corpses. This is an extreme horror about 2 serial killers, I think, who just murder people and have sex with them. I don't know. I'm definitely interested in reading this and heard a lot of things about it from Spicy Cats on YouTube. So definitely want to get into this and finish it, but need to actually finish it. Y'all are gonna be disappointed in me, but I really need to finish reading Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews because everybody loves this book and they talk about the representation and the awesomeness that is this book, and I just haven't finished it. I started it and at first I was like, cool, I'm into this, and then I really wasn't all of a sudden. But I think it was just because I had a lot going on at the time, but I do want to try and finish this too. So these 5 books are just my like, I've already started them, let's finish them books that if I get through this stack here, we will move on to this stack of books. That's my January TBR. Additionally, in January, we're also going to be watching potentially 2 movies. Wanting to go and see the potentially final movie for 28 Days series, The Bone Temple, and then also potentially getting to go see Return to Silent Hill. Hopefully I get to go to theaters to see both of those in January, but we'll see. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen or not, but I would love to try and see them, if not both of them in January, at least one of them, and then see the other when it comes out, maybe in February instead. Try and split up my movie watching experiences, because as you guys know, I'm a mom and there's never a break for moms, so. All that being said, this is my January TBR. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me know what books you're wanting to read for the month of January. I hope to hear from y'all. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them. I know I'm in the unpopular camp for Bunny, but y'all, be serious. Be so serious with me and tell me why y'all liked that book. Is there some spectacular ending that I just need to like push through to get to? Because I'm telling you right now, I'm so bored. I'm so bored of that book. So let me know. Let me know if I really have to just push through it and read the book. Is it really worth it? I'm not seeing the hype. I don't understand why y'all are so obsessed with that book. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe the problem is that people aren't as obsessed with it as I thought they were. And so in my brain, I'm expecting like the best masterpiece of a book, and I'm not getting that. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've read any of these books, if you think I should read them, if you think I shouldn't read them, if you think there's something else that I should read. Love to hear from you. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great reading month, and I will see you at the end of the month for a wrap up. Bye.